you guys will get a little message there. So we're talking about our personas. A persona is a representation of a typical user of your website. Using a persona in the design process puts the focus back on the user who's your target audience. Just kind of talking about a target audience, it's probably one of the most valuable pieces of information. Sometimes the personas are all very different, but just knowing a little more information as we're going to get into here is so valuable. So three main categories of personas: marketing personas, proto personas, and design personas. So marketing persona focuses on demographic information, buying motivation. So literally anything marketing based, shopping or buying preferences, media habits, etc. Marketing personas are good for determining what types of customers will be receptive to certain products. So, advertising, a new power drill on, a women's clothing shop type thing. It's, obviously would maybe not be so directive at that time. Design personas focus on a user's goals, current behavior, and pain points as opposed to their buying or media preferences and behaviors. Design personas are good for communicating research, insights, and user goals, understanding the focus of certain types of users, defining a product or a service. Proto personas are an educated guess as to who a user would be, so like a prototype type thing, who a user would be, and are used when there is no money or time to create true research-based personas. So that would be where you're hiring people and they get paid to go through a whole giant process with you. That's real big projects. Big companies would do that, but not a lot of projects you have the budget to be able to do that sort of thing. So it's up to you to kind of create them. Why do we do that? Personas can be used to validate or disprove design decisions. Personas allow us to vet and prioritize feature requests, and personas are an inspiration in ideation. So with personas, we clarify who the ideal customer is, what's the user's current behavior patterns, what are the needs and goals of that user, and any issues or pain points they currently face within the given context. And then how do we do this? It's quite easy, but it can be involved. This example here, this image is very detailed. So creating a proto persona is a great way to create a photo persona is to start by sketching out categories to help define the users on paper. So instead of like getting right down into, like the design of what this final thing is going to look like, literally pencil, paper, sketch, doodle, do what you need to do to just get all of that brain dump down. So a sketch of the user, so you can kind of have a visual representation of who that person is, male, female, age, they look real hip and happening, maybe they're not so hip and happening, different race, etc. Pardon me. Vital statistics and short biography, personality, pardon me, motivations, goals, and frustrations. So sketch the user with visual details. So give your persona a first name, include visual details about the user that helps generate a picture of what the user will look like. Snarky look, uses an iPhone, wears a skinny belt, etc. This is also where nice stock photography will come in handy. So find a nice stock person. Vitals and biographies. So a demographic profile. So we've got age, gender, family size, etc. The geographic, where do they live and work? What's it like there? Is it small town, big city? And then a paragraph introduction to what this person does, how long they've been involved in the industry, what they like to focus on. Your personality range. So the personality of your user can utilize infographics like charts to help visualize the user and their personality. So kind of doing a sliding scale, because you're not just creating one, you're going to have a few of them. So that's where you can kind of create one sliding scale, and then that's where you find your range for your different personas. Try to include an aspect of the personality that are relevant to the product or the service you're working with. So thinking about what your final goal is, and then obviously direct some of that there. User motivations helps us prioritize the user in regards to how they interact with your website or web application. This helps with determining interactive design decisions. So are they motivated by price, you guys can read that. I can't clearly get my tongue in order for it. They like to receive points and rewards. So all different things, and you can get very, very different answers from people. User goals and frustrations. Basic guidelines for interaction and experience include what the persona expects and wants, and what frustrates that person. Must do, example, have minimal steps or clicks. So maybe someone's like, listen, man, I work so much, I don't have time to click around and navigate. This is like, my goal is to just do this as quickly and painless as possible. So this person is focused on getting tasks done quickly. Must never do examples. So don't include too much context for feeling well over information overload and complexity. So a few example personas, these are designed very well. We are designers. So when we do, so that we're designers, when we do create these, make them look real good, right? So I'm just going to kind of click through a few of these, see these little, depending on what you're actually doing, perhaps maybe it is your social media activity where you have a sliding scale, et cetera. You can kind of choose something to kind of focus on. An interesting picture. Okay, you guys can obviously flip through these. So lots of different ways you can do this. But what I do like a lot about most of these is they're bite-sized bits. So you're not focusing on reading a butt ton of information. You get to see things like quickly and easily by looking at, oh, here are my 4 people. Okay, and this is where they all range on this. A good persona will help you understand a user's personality, behaviors, attitudes, needs, challenges, pain points, goals, and motivations. Creating personas help you aim and shoot at a particular user you are targeting to use the web product. Creating personas can also remove the business owner or controlling stakeholder opinions out of the design process. A few resources for you guys to go ahead and look at. There is also can you guys see the Mohawk? Can you guys see my canvas, or are you still seeing the PDF there? PDF?
PDF.
Okay. I have to switch my screen share. I'm going to jump over and look at the questions. All right. Still chatting about that. Oopsies. Oh, it's not letting me do that. Okay. So there is a quick video that you guys can go ahead and Zoom video. Oh, see, I thought I had that changed, not the Zoom video. I need to refresh. There's a YouTube video that reference for you guys. This one here, I'm not sure why that one's. So you guys can reference the photo personas explained. And like I said, it's just a quick YouTube video to view. I'm going to just stop that share. So there is just a quick little, just a little fun exercise for you guys.